he's gonna get you a splitter, so you won't have to worry about that. So if you keep it hooked up to your um, teacher desktop, because y'all share teacher desktop, okay. I will have the plugs already plugged in for you, and it shouldn't be an issue as far as the cords coming loose, because the way your computer is, it's a little bit off the, nobody will get back there.
Right.
So once we set it up, it should be good, unless the cords go bad. So a lot of times cords go bad because people are unplugging and plugging to their laptops and different things of that nature. Because your VGA cord, which is, it looks similar to, it looks very similar to, not stuff.
Yeah, you could just tell me.
This. Can you see
Okay. Yeah, I can. It looks like the cord to hook the computer up to the
your projector that you have
right.
on that thing. Yes, that's your VGA cord. Now, sometimes when you unplug and plug, the pins will bend on the inside, which will damage the VGA cord, and it'll distort the color of that. So if you start coming in and the color's off, something may be wrong with your VGA cord. If you're still seeing, but it's like purple, a purple haze over it, then your VGA might be damaged. But if you're, as long as you're not plugging in and out, that's good. Also, the splitter may go bad, and he went to go get that. So basically, the splitter is allowing you to see your monitor and this board at the same time. Okay. The USB, I plugged in already, but the USB allows your board to be interactive. So
and that's in the back of the computer as well.
Correct.
Okay, great.
I already plugged it up for you. But as you can see, it's picking this up already.
So that becomes the mouse.
It can become, yes, your mouse or your pen.
Can I write on the board?
Yes. Depending on, if for some reason it's not working, somebody may be back there and pull the USB cord out, or the USB can get damaged, but only time I've seen it get damaged is over the summer when maintenance is cleaning. We try to wrap them up and keep you this little thing so you can wrap it up so it won't be on the floor, so they won't have to bother the cord.
That's my USB cord?
This one is your USB cord. And
Okay.
it's plugged to the back of your computer right now. But
That's the light brown one.
yes.
Okay.
So
What's your name?
Crystal.
Okay, Crystal. Sure.
I have been here a couple times. I don't think I ever said it. But so the USB cord is, they have stepped on it. Yeah. So it's a way, if you unplug in and plug in.
So what you're saying is, when I get ready to leave for the summer,
Yes.
I should do some maintenance and unplug the stuff from the computer,
Yes.
wrap it up,
Just
put
like
it in a
that.
bag, put a bag over all of
can
that
do
so
that,
nobody
yes.
touches.
I have schools that do that.
Okay.
Then that way it's not on the floor. They can mop and wax, and you don't have that.
And it won't get wet when they slosh, if we have people who slosh.
And what?
But anyway, got you.
Yeah, do that.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be the best fix for it. Can you put the VGA the splitter on the back, and then I can show her what that looks like. Now, sometimes your VGA splitter just stops working. I mean,
Okay,
it could
great.
be, or that can affect the color too. Okay, just to let you know. But luckily, you're not gonna be unplugging and plugging. But just depending on the quality of those that they order, I'm not sure. Okay, just to let you know, they're not expensive to replace. They're very I don't even think they're $20. I know I found one, I think, for like $8.99. They're very inexpensive to replace if it so happened. But if you call me, or I mean,
Do you have to have any special
I'll give you
clearance
my
to
email.
replace the splitter?
No,
Okay.
no. But if you email me and say, Crystal, do you have any more splitters? If I have any extra, I'll bring you one.
Okay.
Just to let you know. Because I sometimes have extra splitters. Yeah. Hardware. You have 2 pins. They both have batteries in it. You have your remote that has 2 batteries in it. And you have a battery charger. So you don't have to buy batteries, just charge them up. I'm like, what happened? They give you a case to keep your pens in. I'm not sure if this is magnetic. It is. So you can keep it on the board if you need it to. It's up to you. I am suggesting all teachers at least write their room number, because you guys do share rooms. Write the room numbers on all this, because somebody can come in here and use it in another classroom that has it. Their Epson remotes are universal. So even with your Epson projector, I think you could use this remote to operate that projector as well. Because
Could I use that remote to operate this one?
yeah,
Okay.
so be cautious. Just in case you pressing it like, why is that coming on? And you really, so yeah, that Epsons are universal.
Okay.
Their remotes are. This remote has a little bit more detail though, because it's for
a lot more.
this one. Let's see, hardware. Anything else pertaining to the hardware? You really don't have to do much up here. They put it kind of high, so you really can't even reach it. There is a focus though, and a filter on this side of the projector.
Oh, okay, I get you.
So maybe after because I don't know, the ventilation seems pretty cool in here, and I don't see like a lot of dust up. It might not be as bad. You may want to check it every year.
Okay.
Just to see if your filter is full of dust. If so, all you can do, you can rinse it off actually.
Where's
Or
the thing
use
so
air.
that to make the interactive happen again? Oh, you just touch it and it comes up.
Yep.
Now what is it doing other than just being a mouse?
You can do a mouse.
Oh, okay. Click on, like if you touch Detroit Public Schools, it's actually doing it.
Yes, because it's a mouse.
Okay, great.
So basically, what it's all set up to do is, I don't have to ever sit at my desk right now. They put all the features up here. You have your mouse. You will have a keyboard that can come up for you when you need it. You can write on the board, which I'm going to show you the software to do all that. But yes, so right now, these are in mouse mode. You come with 2 pens. You have a blue one and an orange one. And that's just so you can have 2 kids up, and you'll know which child is doing what and in what mode too as well. So I'll show you that in a second. So right here is your. Do you have any questions about the hardware? Let me ask that.
Not yet.
Okay, let's do the remote. Over holidays, I'll say this, and because you have, well, you kind of know who your other teacher is, but substitutes, I'll say that. When substitute teachers come in, and just, for example, they may use your projector. No, not at all. Possibility, just to throw it out there. They shouldn't be, because it's plugged up to your desktop, it shouldn't be a lot of unplugging and plugging. I do know during holidays, during the summer, they will unplug computers and then try to plug everything back in, and stuff is off. Let's just say that. So if you come back to school and you know everything is plugged up right, and you turn it on, but you only see a blue screen and it's not showing what's on your computer, and your source doesn't say computer 1. Your source should always say computer 1, because that's what it's geared to. So if it says anything else here, all you need to do is to either source search, you can just press that button, or just hit computer. Now there is a computer 1 and a computer 2, but if you just hit computer, you'll know that it'll go there, and it says computer 1 at the top. But if you did source search, it would have found it automatically for you as well. So, and then it might be that somebody came by to the remote and pressed one of these buttons by mistake. That can happen too. So just to let you know, like, okay, why it's not coming up? It's blue. You know, this is on. The lamp is not bad, and all the rest of that stuff. Then I would try to test your source. Also on here is the aspect ratio. Let's see. Where you could change the size of.
Does it get bigger than that?
No, that's your full.
Okay.
It'll go a little bit smaller, but that's your full.
Okay.
And just hit, it's a button right here that says aspect on the top of it. Just hit that and it'll change that for you. Just know that when you change aspect, you want to calibrate. So have you ever worked with a smart board before?
No.
No, okay. So sometimes when you go to the board and you put the mouse up, where I'm touching and the mouse will be here. And so you're like, okay, it's not lining up. To line it up, they say either calibrate or, I'm trying to think, another word.
Those words are on the remote?
Calibrate is not on here.
Okay.
Okay. But I'm going to show you how to do it. It used to be, in the older versions, to calibrate, you would have to go to a particular screen and press like 20 dots up and down the board for it to calibrate. Epson has made it a little bit easier, and all you will have to do is hit the user button and then hit enter, and it says it's calibrating for you, and it'll do it automatically.
Okay.
Now if that doesn't work, that's when you would take it to the next level where you might have to go in and hit those dots, and I'll show you how to get there. Most of the time, once you calibrate, as long as you're not unplugging and plugging to different devices, and as long as you're not pushing up on the actual projector, we do have, because they lose their remotes, so they'll go up and start pushing on it. Your calibration shouldn't get thrown off.
Okay.
Okay. But just in case, I always have to show you how to fix that error, because some people will call me out just to calibrate the board. And I'm like, it's gonna be a minute because I have all the schools. So I always try to show you guys how to do as much as you can, and if that's not working, then I'll come and do the next step.
Okay.
So if you go to menu and go down to extended, and then go to easy interactive functions. Can you see?
Well, you're telling me, but
I was trying to see
can
the
we
video.
go close?
Yep, sure. So let's start over. If you go to menu, scroll down to extended, so you can see the extended menu. Here, where it says easy interactive functions. So you have auto calibration, and then you have manual calibration. The manual calibration will allow you to do the dots.
Okay.
But another easier way before you even do the manual calibration is if you come all the way down to advanced and then do manual adjust pin area. What this does is the mouse will move and stop maybe about right here. You just tap it, then it'll come here, stop, tap, and you're done. And it's picking up that way. So that's a quicker way instead of doing 20 to 25 dots up and down the board. But if the manual adjusting pin area doesn't work, then I say go back to your manual calibration. And once you do that, then you'll do each dot. And it gives you instructions on what to do.
Okay.
Let me ask you, so when you have this hovering feature is on, some teachers don't like it, because if I'm right here, you see it's already picking up the mouse. So some teachers don't like it, because, I don't know, it might hit something they didn't want. So I usually turn it off.
Okay.
So but you know where it is, and you'll have the features to, if you want it to hover, you have that option. So I will have to actually touch the board for the mouse to actually react.
Okay.
Also on your remote, you have color mode, which I'm going to change. Right now it's in presentation. I always put it on dynamic because it tends to pop just a little bit better, especially in classrooms where you have lights.
Okay.
So you don't think that you see it got a little bit brighter. So you don't think you have to keep your lights off just to use this. You don't. So I put it on the most dramatic feature as far as the color mode.
Okay.
Also, I'm going to explain pen mode for you. Right now you're in PC interactive mode, which means I want my pens to interact with my PC. I want it to be a mouse when I want it to be a mouse. I want it to be a pen when I want it to be a pen, but I want it to interact with my computer. You also have an option to turn it to pen mode. So when you go into, and it's called PC free annotation, when you go into pen mode, I can unplug it from your computer and still use the Epson features. So if somebody came in your classroom and did a presentation and they wanted to utilize your projector, they could. You don't necessarily have to have them on your computer. You could unplug it, they could plug into their computer, or they don't need a computer at all and still have whiteboard features and use different tools, which I'm going to explain the tools to you in more detail. These are very minimal, but they'll have a whiteboard feature that they can use or go to whatever. If it's not plugged into your computer, it'll just be that blue screen. So they'll be writing over a blue screen if they're not plugged in. So they give you an option to where you can utilize a computer or not. So that's the difference in your pen mode and PC mode. So what you would do is just hit
Pen mode.
Hit the pen mode, or I'll show you how to get here, and it says PC interactive
Okay.
to interact with your computer. Or you can come here where this box is and tap it and switch here.
Okay.
It's the same features. So sometimes, just in case, somebody may have came in and made a mistake and hit this. The one that looks like a mouse, that means you want to have it working with your
PC
computer,
interactive.
and then, or PC, pen over, just what's projected on the board.
Okay. You can look for it.
So let's see, what else on your mouse? You went there. So because you have an Epson projector already, you know about the AV mute and the freeze button, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do have those options as well.
Not the mute, because we didn't have sound on ours.
Well, no, this AV mute is, I have to call her back. It's just muting your screen. So sometimes you
just
may
turn
want
it
to
off
be,
for a second?
yes.
Okay.
Just know that when you use that, it's still running.
Okay.
And so you have to really like pay attention to those two lights as far as AV mute. But if you freeze.
And I turn it off every day, right?
Yes. Yes.
I don't think it's been off the whole time we've been.
I just turned it on.
Okay.
When I got it. It's been plugged in, but it hasn't been on. You could freeze, freeze the screen and then still work and do whatever you need to, especially since it's connected to your teacher desktop. You also have your volume and zoom, page up and page down. But also down here, you have an actual miniature remote. So just in case this is locked up somewhere, I don't know, somebody made a mistake and took it home, that's possible. I will hope not, but I'm saying like you or the other teacher may have like grabbed it and put it in a bag and forgot. Just a hectic day. You do have a miniature remote here, but you actually have to turn it on first. So you would have to hit the power button up there. But you have power. This is your source, which is either computer one or video. This is Zoom. This is that AV mute.
What do you mean video?
On your source?
If I'm watching a video?
No.
Oh, okay.
On your source, you can either have it hooked up to a computer cord, a cable cord, a USB cord, or a LAN cord.
Oh, okay. We're not going to do a cable cord.
Yeah.
So video.
So it's always on computer one.
Right.
That's what I was showing.
Okay.
Yep. But this is how another way you can get there to find out, like, okay, it's blue, what's wrong? Hit that button. This is to zoom. This is the AV mute to black it out and bring it back.
Okay.
But when you black it out, you gotta bring it back. This is your freeze.
Okay.
Volume up and down.
Okay.
And then you can minimize that too.
Okay.
Okay. So they give you an option. So just in case, because people do lose remotes. So at least if you don't have your remote, you'll have your basic remote features here. Any questions on that? I think that's everything pertaining to this remote. Yep, everything that I would say you would use.
Okay.
As far as the remote.
Okay.
Next would be the software. Right here is your easy interactive tools. This is the software that you were asking me about, putting it on your personal computer as well, and I'll show you how to do that. Then we also installed Smart Notebook 16. So I would say Easy Interactive Tools, Epson's Easy Interactive Tools is level 1. Smart Notebook is level 2. Because they have their own interactive lessons that you can download for free. But they also have it where you can create your own interactive lessons, and then that's like level 3.
Okay. Which
is more detailed. But the Easy Interactive Tools is pretty much almost similar to that toolbar that I showed you. But it's a little bit more detailed. Just a little bit more. They have more features.
Oh, no.
Okay, so when you first open up the Easy Interactive Tools, this comes up. So if you think about like Microsoft Word, it gives you a home page. This is their home screen. It's showing you, if you click this, this is just saying you want to write over your desktop. This is saying I want to be in whiteboard mode. Open a file, recent file. If you had a document camera connected, this would be your document camera option. And then I want to go directly to a web browser. I don't still like figured out why they have that there, because you already have access to your internet when you're on your computer. But I guess they're giving you a shortcut. Don't know. You can always say that you don't want to see this home screen when it starts up, because you do have an option. It's up to you to get back to it, which is the little home. But
okay.
So once you exit that out, this will activate your toolbar. This way. Oh, there it is. So, starting from this side of your toolbar, you have these dotted lines allow you to move this bar from bottom or top. You have your mouse, and that's saying I want my pens to be in mouse mode. You'll know it's activated by this blue box around it. You have undo and redo, shapes, so you could pick the thickness of the line and the color of the shape if you want it empty or full. And all you would do is just touch and drag.
That's fun.
You also have your text box. So I can say I want a text box there. Let me move that back up. So once you draw the box to have your text box, it'll bring up this tool. You can either write a word in and it'll recognize the word for you and say insert. Or I can switch to the keyboard and type the keyboard with the keyboard as well. So now you have your text on the board. This is your select tool. I can now grab objects and move them. And then the drop down on the objects, you can duplicate, infinite cloning. They have this options in Word as well. Bring forward or backwards or delete it. So different options you can do with each object that you put on the board. They have, this is your pen tool. So you have the thickness of the line and different colors of the pen. This is your highlighter. The same concept, thickness of the line and color. Then they have your basic pen, your black, red, and blue. I think about that pen that we used to have when we were little and it had the 3. They give you that option. So the little dot is a thinner line. Thicker dot is a thicker line. Okay.
That's so fun.
And then on your eraser, same concept. This is your eraser. And then you have, I want to clear the screen completely.
Mm-hmm.
Just say yes, and it'll get rid of everything. This little needle looks like a little pen.
Mm-hmm.
Is to pin this bar into place while you work. So while I'm writing, this doesn't move. I can unpin this and then write, and it'll go away.
Okay.
What you'll do is just hit the arrow to bring it back.
Okay.
So it's up to you whether you want it to be pinned in place. Then they have a minimize too, where you can minimize as well. And then this is showing you which pen is in which mode. So both of them right now are in black ink, but I might want this one to be in red. So I know that the orange is in red. And I can have 2 kids up at once writing. Any questions on that part?
I think I'm good.
Okay. So now we can come up to the top. Oh, let's show you this too. This arrow here allows you to move it.
So on the other side.
Correct.
Okay.
You want it over here. It just depends on how you. Come on. There we go. So it just depends on which side of the board you like to work on for your students. So at the top, they have this minimize where you can make it full, show the full bar, make it simple, or just go to that document camera if you want to do. Okay. It's Wednesday.
Good morning, Cass Tech. This is when I'm red tape.
You may as well keep talking.
Okay.
And these are yours.
So this is to get back to that home screen, as I stated before.
Again, welcome back to school, all technicians. Don't forget about the Dean Day this Friday.
This is your save button because I actually can save whatever I write over my desktop.
Well, that's fun.
Yes, so I can save this.
We'll have a short informational meeting on Thursday, January 12th.
It's gonna save as an easy interactive 2 file. But you have a folder already created for this as well. So when you say I want to open up that file, it'll be there for you. Okay.
But I still give it a name, right?
Yes, you would need, yes. You still
Okay.
would give it a file name. That's why the
Thing came up.
the
Could I
keyboard
write
came
the
up.
name?
You could. I mean, you just go back to
Okay, got you.
Go
Okay.
back to there. Yes.
Never too early to start studying for the SAT. Miss
but
Ann will be running a preparation
You may want to show parents that one of their kids did something on the board, on the desktop side, I don't know. And they have it on the whiteboard side as well. Trying to think of reasons that you would save what you wrote on your desktop side. But it's a possibility. It's a possibility. Maybe when your files open up like a Word document and you're highlighting over it. But Word has its own ink that you can use with this as well. And if you use their ink, it goes with that Word document. It saves with it. So as far as easy interactive functions, if you were to highlight something, it may not stay with that document, if that makes sense. So, but give you some options. You have page up and page down, just in case you're on something with page up or page down.
Mr. Foster and
your document camera.
Mm-hmm.
Now in your toolbox, you have some little.
Attention seniors.
I'm sorry, this is
Happy
fine.
New Year and welcome back. This is
They
reminder
have
that
a
your first
magnified
scholarship award log is
to zoom
due
in.
this Friday, January
Hit
13th.
it. I hit it.
Submit your scholarship award log with copies of your award letters and other scholarship confirmation letters to your counselor and or Miss Jones in the counseling suite.
So just in
Again,
case your
all
kids say they
seniors,
can't
make
see
sure to
your room
submit
ain't
your
that deep,
scholarship
but
award
Right.
in the back of the room, they have no
and other scholarship
excuses.
confirmation letters to your counselor and
Then
or
you have
Miss
a
Jones in
spotlight
the
tool,
counseling suite.
which is saying I only want you to pay attention to this
Permission
area.
slips for hidden figures are due today. Submit your slip to Miss Jones.
Could I,
Be sure
Make
to
it
be
bigger?
ready for
That's
the-
or change the shape of it?
This is a reminder that
Yes,
the
and I'll show you
University
where.
of Michigan Victors
It-
Club
you only can
will
change
meet
it to
tomorrow
either a
in
square
the
or a
counseling
circle or
suite
something.
During 8 hours.
But if you hit this, you can kind of make it bigger or smaller as well.
Okay.
Go on the gray line and stretch it.
We please have Taylor Perry report to the main office. Can Taylor Perry?
You
please
have
report
a shade
to the
too.
main office at this time?
So this is, I might have answers to the test on the board. And you can cover your board.
Students just wanted to come and
Just
provide
waiting for he got
a
louder.
brief update regarding the internet.
He did.
As we are learning, it is slowly but surely coming up, so it may be somewhat spotty throughout the building.
I'm
But we
gonna
do
tell
realize
you
that
that.
on some computers and some
Remember yesterday we were
classrooms,
talking about
the
the
internet
internet.
is working. As it is working, it may be a little slow. So again, guys,
I think they sent out the
you all
notice
to
last
be,
night.
Patient as this is being resolved.
Which made me say, oh,
We're
that's why
trying
we
to
couldn't
make
do
sure
what we
that
were trying to do
have
yesterday.
everything together. Again, continue, please, to have your attendance taken on paper or have it somewhere where you can definitely reflect upon it and go back into the MyStar system to enter
Okay.
it. So that
I'm
we
gonna keep
can
going
have
because
everything
he
recorded
messed up.
accurately
So
as
with the
quick as
shade
possible.
too, just like that spotlight
Also,
too, you
as
can
you all know, we
reveal
are hosting
whatever's underneath by
Wonderful.
any side.
That's what I
wherever the
like.
gray,
Yes.
any gray line.
So
Now, where
all
was shade
staff
again?
members
It's
So in your
it's-
everything's in your
Toolbox.
and it looks like a little.
and it's a
Screen.
shade coming down.
Correct.
Okay. Can you
Um,
point to it? The one that's the shade? Shade. Yes.
We need that area clear so that when the
it
staff
doesn't-
members
it doesn't.
begin to bring in equipment to load.
the
and
printer.
set up for the board
If
meeting,
you
we
got a
will be
printer
clear to move forward and
set up to that
nothing will
computer,
take
then you can
us.
print from
So
up.
again, guys, we need you all to be a team and help out.
In here,
tremendously.
your
Thank
settings,
you all
where
for
you can
this.
change that spotlight
Shape from one to another.
one
Right.
to another. I would say come in here and just play because I don't have time to. At the one that's in my office, I don't get a chance to actually come in here and mess with the settings. But if you want to, you have the options.
Change will not
Um,
come if we wait for some other person or some other time.
Then you have the keyboard. You need it to come up.
We are the change that we seek.
And then you have a capture tool. So because you're on your desktop side, with anything, if you take a capture a picture or copy whatever's on your desktop
That's all
side,
we have for you today, Kat.
it's
Second
asking
and
now where you want to paste it because you can't paste it on your desktop.
Number one,
If that makes
none.
sense. You need to have it pasted in like a software. So Microsoft Word, the whiteboard side of this software, you know, it's asking now, okay, I'll take the picture of whatever's on this desktop, but where do
am
you
I gonna
want
put
it?
it?
Correct. So you have options. So now you would have to
But
either
you can't save it as a document.
you can. So I took the picture of it and I can go to the whiteboard side and now I can say I want it to paste. So paste won't show up on your desktop side because it's like, I don't know where you want me to paste it. I can't paste it to the desktop. But if I hit here, then it pastes that same image of the desktop that I took to here on your whiteboard side.
Okay.
So flipping back. No, I'm not on desktop. Desktop. So also in here, these are your mouse, but this is your left click of your mouse. So if you want
The
to
orange
right,
is left click?
both, they're
Okay.
automatically left click. So if you want to right click, here's an option here. So So basically saying I want to right click on mine.
Go back to do that again, please.
Yeah, on your mouse, you see as darken on your right click.
Mm-hmm.
If I hit that and then hit here,
Now it's left click.
now it's your right click. Automatically, it's your left click.
The one that's not dark is the one that's being used.
The
Or
one that
it's a
is
mirror.
dark.
It's mirror.
So,
Because when you just said left click, you clicked on the right side.
no. Your your pins are automatically in right click. Just like your mouse over there. But when you want to bring up a menu, you have to go to left click. In order to do that, it's right here. No. I'm sorry.
Backwards.
I'm backwards. Yes. Left click, right click. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry. Yes. This
That
is your
part
right
I think
click.
I could figure out.
Yeah. And then that help. That's help.
Yeah, help. That'll be me a lot.
But your buttons is also your right click as well. So even if I'm here and just hit the button, it'll bring it up.
Oh, nice. That's
So you
good.
have both of them right here as well. So I'm gonna switch to whiteboard side real quick. Only thing that changes here is that your mouse is gone because it's thinking that you want to write. So it takes away your mouse. So now I can say, oh yeah, let me add a page so you can see it. Now you can write whatever you just have up there, edit 1, edit 2, edit 3, for example, and save it. If you have like
And if I save it, it goes to
the Easy Interactive folder. And it'll be there automatically. So remember, you can find that folder when you first
Okay.
open up and go to home and say open.
to go save. when I
Open
go to
and
save.
receive. Yep, and you got, so now you have a new document. I have open to say I want to open a file, which is still, it's under your My Documents folder. Okay. You also have this page list. So think of PowerPoint, where you can show page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, whatever you want. So this could be first hour, second hour, third hour, whatever you want it to be.
In the folders.
Yep, this is a new document. So my Monday, my first hour is doing this, my second hour is doing this, my third hour is doing this. Or my first hour is doing 1, 2, whatever you have already, it can already be here for it. Okay? You also have add a page here, and you know which page you're on by the actual red box. This is copy a page and delete a page.
Okay.
You still got page up, page down.
Hello, 21st century.
In your 21st century,
Mm-hmm.
in your toolbox, the only new thing in your toolbox you have now is insert a background. So that can be, it look like a chalkboard, blackboard, green board, a graph, line. It's up to you. You can also insert whatever's on your desktop. That could be a document. Whatever was under the camera, it's up to you. Open a file and make that the background. So you have those options. And note that if it is a document, you got your tools that you can use. You can write, highlight, do your editing, because I seen you doing it yesterday. And then also in here is to insert an image. So you can put an image up and then write over it as well.
Okay.
That's the only two features in this side of the toolbox that's not on the desktop.
This is the whiteboard side.
Correct. And so this is your desktop. Looks like a little monitor.
Right.
This is your whiteboard.
Okay.
And you just switch between the two. Okay, is this the orange one? Is it acting up?
What didn't happen? Is there any way, honestly, to move that toolbox down to the bottom? Because okay, yeah, that would be important for me. I need mine at the bottom. Will it stay there, or when it starts over?
It might not.
Okay.
And they have, but you can always just drag it down.
Okay.
Yeah. But I want to make sure
That both of those are working.
So I'm trying to figure out why it's not picking up in the software. Oh, it worked. Okay. It might have been the mode that it was in. And you're logged in, so I don't have to do anything. That's it.
All right, do I turn those on and off?
Nope. There's no on and off.